So you know how I talk about that triumvirate in the black community, how you have the entertainers and athletes, how you have the politicians, the academia, and then at the top, how you have the black civic organizations, the black Greek letter organizations, and the Freemasons, in particular the Prince Hall Freemasons. You know how I say they all conspire to keep black people in a permanent state of victimhood. They all conspire to keep black people primarily focused on race. They all conspire to keep black people focused on being aggrieved, being agitated, because it profits them. They profit off of this because they partner with the Marxists and the communists and the socialists and those in the Democratic Party that give them money, that give them support for pushing this agenda. Case in point, Joe Biden. Yeah, former President Joe Biden. You know what Joe Biden did before he left office last week? Joe Biden became a member of the Prince Hall Freemasonry. So for those of you unfamiliar with Prince Hall Freemasonry, Prince Hall Freemasonry started in the 1700s when people that wanted to be in the Masonry back in the 1700s, black folks, they couldn't. So they started their own Freemasonry lodge, their organization here in America. They started their secret societies here in America. And those Freemasons, those folks, they started pushing the black Greek letter organizations as well. They all conspire to be a part of what I call the black bougie elite, to keep black people in that permanent state of victimhood. But there's one thing. See, Joe Biden is a Catholic. And according to Catholic rules, he cannot be a Mason. Former President Joe Biden, who is Catholic, joined a historically black Freemason lodge just one day before he left the presidency, an offense punishable by excommunication in the church. Biden was conferred with Master Mason membership and full honors on January 19th. Look at this. At the most worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge of free and accepted Masons of the state of South. See, you gotta understand something. South Carolina is very, very important to Joe Biden because Jim Clyburn, the old head from South Carolina, the one that Joe Biden credits his ascension to the presidency to, because Joe Biden was struggling after the first two primary elections where he lost in Iowa and New Hampshire back in 2020. So old Jim Clyburn started tap dancing for Joe Biden and got his folks out to support Joe Biden, namely black women in South Carolina, to give Joe Biden that win in the South Carolina primary. And from then on, Joe Biden was off to the races to win the presidency. The same Joe Biden that said that if you don't know the difference between him and Trump, you ain't black. Yeah, that same Joe Biden and the same Jim Clyburn, he's part of that black bougie elite. He's part of that triumvirate that sell out black folks because they want them to continue to vote for the Democratic Party. That's why South Carolina is so important. That's why all these South Carolina folks rally around Joe Biden. So here's the organization that Joe Biden joined. Look at all of these Masons. Look at them. And so here's a picture of Joe Biden. Resolution of membership. President Joseph R. Biden Jr. Now, on a side note, a lot of presidents have been a part of secret societies, Skull and Bones and all those things, which are essentially similar to Masons. There's a number of presidents that were a part of those organizations. So there's always been a tie between secret organizations and the presidency. It is with great pleasure that I, Victor C. Major 27, the most worshipful Grand Master. And then you got the nerve of some black folks who are in Masonry to say that they can be Christians. You cannot be a Christian and be in Greek letter organizations or be in Freemasonry, because these folks see themselves as God. They don't respect Jesus Christ. They see him as just one way and not the only way. So you cannot call yourself a Christian and be in Masonry. You can't. They're mutually exclusive. Masonry is from the devil, from Satan himself, because it's meant to give you a counterfeit God, to point you away from salvation in Jesus Christ. Your salvation is through this lodge, this Masonry, this brotherhood, if you will. The most worshipful Grand Master. Welcome our newest member to the Prince Hall family on Sunday, January 19th, 2025. at a private event, Master Mason membership with full honors were conferred upon President Joseph R. Biden in recognition of his outstanding service to the United States of America. Wow. You see why this was kept under wraps. To be a Freemason is to be part of a brotherhood dedicated to personal growth, service to others, and the pursuit of knowledge and truth. Wow. Interesting. It is an honor to belong to an organization that promotes these timeless values. Whereas President Joseph R. Biden Jr. has demonstrated exceptional dedication and service to the United States of America. Whereas his service reflects the core values of the most worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge of Free and Accepted Masons of the state of South Carolina, including brotherly love, relief, and truth. What kind of truth? Not biblical truth. Whereas President Joseph R. Biden Jr. contributions have significantly benefited the citizens of the United States of America. I would beg to differ on that. His contributions have not significantly benefited the citizens of the United States of America. They've benefited illegal immigrants. His contributions have benefited illegal immigrants. Folks that have come here illegally, yeah, it benefited them, but not citizens of the United States of America. Therefore, be it resolved that I, 27th Most Worshipful Grand Master Victor C. Major, on behalf of the members of the Most Worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge of Free and Accepted Masons of the state of South Carolina, hereby confer membership upon President Joseph R. Biden Jr. in recognition of his outstanding service to the United States of America. Be it further resolved that this resolution of membership be recorded in the archives of the Most Worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge of Free and Accepted Masons of the state of South Carolina. Given this 19th day of January, AD 2025, Victor C. Major, 27th Most Worshipful Grand Master, Most Worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge of Free and Accepted Masons of the state of South Carolina. Wow. And here's some of the stuff that these Masons do.
Let the light, come on, Grandmasters, from the light, oh Lord, shine, oh me, I heard the voice of Jesus. Oh, Jesus, say.
Grandmaster Jones here, coming to you from Selma, Alabama. We're here to commemorate Bloody Sunday. 50-something years ago, we had a situation where blacks were trying to get the right to vote. Unfortunately, they didn't make it across the Emmett Pettus Bridge. Today, we're going to make it across the Emmett Pettus Bridge to commemorate that day.
This is a very historical event. I'm proud to be able to walk across the Emmett Pettus Bridge to represent our ancestors that really gave their life for our right to vote. It is a great honor and a pleasure.
I will trust in the Lord until I die. I will trust in the Lord. I will trust in the Lord. I will trust in the Lord until I die.
Just a historical moment.
I really enjoy myself. It's a great experience, and I would do this again.
Today was a monumental occasion. I see so many brothers and sisters, family and friends just gathering around just to pay homage and honor to today.
Just excited to be here, to be a part of it.
It is momentous, it is awe-inspiring, and just great to see all of our Masonic family come together.
Today has been overwhelmingly exciting from start to finish. Glad I was able to be here to celebrate.
Well, today was the 59th year that we commemorate the Bloody Sunday march, which led to the passing of the Voting Rights Act. Many people do not know that what led to that march was the death of Jimmy Lee Jackson, who was a Prince Hall Master Mason here in the state of Alabama. So we come out in memory of him, also in memory of that day. We have about 1,100 present today. Master Masons from all over the country, Grand Masters from all over the country, Sovereign Grand Commander from the northern jurisdiction present, which really means a lot to the state of Alabama because it lets not only the state know that Prince Hall Masonry is alive and well, but it lets the world know that Prince Hall Masonry is alive and well.
Yeah, Prince Hall Freemasonry is alive and well. It's alive and well in the black community. It's alive and well in most black churches. And the fact that Joe Biden decided to join them shows you that connection between, like I always say, that triumvirate, especially at the top, the black community leaders, the Freemasons, and the church plant pastors, those who conspire to keep black people constantly in a state of aggravation, constantly in a state of grievance. They do. They keep you in a constant state of grievance so that you can continue to vote for them at an 80 to 90% clip. That's the point. That's the whole point. So the fact that Joe Biden was initiated, accepted, and confirmed in a Freemasonry lodge in South Carolina is not surprising because of the connection between the Democratic Party and black civic organizations, more specifically, the black bougie elite or the Freemasons. Because all these people do, they keep you victims. That's the whole point, to keep you in a permanent state of victimhood. We're not victims, we are empowered for greatness.